Welcome back to Disco Elysium, guys, and welcome back to bonus episode number 3. So it's time to dance. It is time to dance. Was this a physical instrument check? I can't really remember.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Oh, it's composure.
Goodbye, officer.
We've got composure buffs for days. I don't have a skill point, though. Composure buffs. That would be the black jeans. That would be the windbreaker, yeah. I feel like there was one more. Are we losing any? I'm sure there was something else. Was it you? No. That was it. Perfect. Right, time to save scum. Yet again.
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, Andre, I'm going to miss this check, buddy, so we're going to have to do this again in a second.
You close
Hey.
your eyes and vacate your skull, leaving your brain
Minimum.
to wonder, where did that little fluttering light go?
Total darkness. You sink down the darkest fathoms of your own personal deep, vertebrae by vertebrae, through the unformed skulls of your mind.
Mind? Spine? What? They're a bit different.
Here it will begin.
What was that about unformed skulls?
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Every vertebrae in your spine is an unformed skull ready to pop up and replace the old one. Like shark teeth. The one you're currently in has a little brain forming in it, waiting for its turn.
Well, this took a turn for the worse.
To rule the world.
Who are you?
I am the spinal cord.
And what do you want?
From what I can see, it's about to bust a move.
Alright. My mic too loud, I can't tell. Alright, where did the church go?
Who fucking cares?
Yeah, I'm a little scared.
Good. You
about the-
should be.
Alright. What about the music?
Oh, don't worry. The music's still there. It's you who is gone.
No, seriously, why can't I hear?
This is a pivotal moment. Try not to piss yourself.
Alright, let's concentrate on hearing.
Nothing. Just the immaculate silence of your spinal fluid. Electrified.
I wasn't expecting this to be so overwhelming. I just wanted to dance. Let's bust a move.
Foolhardy! Do you even know what's happening on the surface? Maybe 1,000 years have passed. Or maybe you started spazzing out like 2 seconds ago.
This voice sounds exactly like... I'm sure you guys must have seen Men in Black at some point. Not that it's like my favourite film or anything, but it's just reminding me of the bug, the alien, when he inhabits the body of the hillbilly guy in the dungarees. And he's got that accent because he's like twitching. That's what it's reminding me of.
With your eyes still closed, the first thing you feel, all the way back in the pivoting darkness of your own torso, is warmth. You have become a triumph of rhythmoplastics, somewhere in a smelly wooden church on the coast of Revachol. The wounds from the war you waged on your body are healing, twist by twist, turn by turn.
Okay.
As you open your eyes, you should scream, hyper, hyper. It seems appropriate.
Hyper, hyper, or open your eyes and dance like you've never danced before. I kind of want to dance. Can I not do both? Hyper, hyper.
You have become a flawless interlocking mechanism, a flesh and bone approximation of the throb coming from the speaker setup of the one called Eggheads, entirely, rigidly imbecilic, without pity or fear. Free from self-awareness, no deliberation, only, and I mean only, execution.
Oh my god! No way!
Speed Freak's would-be leader stands slack-jawed in disbelief. At the hard corners on display, he whispers to himself. Yes, way.
With his reel-to-reel mixer blasting the anthem of a future that will never come, the young man observes your moves for a second. He throws a screwdriver and a bunch of drill chucks into the corner and explodes into dance. What he lacks in sharpness, he more than makes up for in violent enthusiasm.
Marcel, what are you doing?
The young woman lifts her headphones up slightly and raises her chin, looking at you expectantly.
Asil? Aren't you going to dance?
Sona?
No. Recording.
Oh. She turns to Sona, then back to you. She briskly shakes her head and puts her headphones back on.
The lead programmer throws the other young woman a knowing glance before turning her attention back to her own work. She's still at her mainframe, pressing buttons, reading printouts, but she started putting her head along to the music.
You probably can't hear this very well, but... Andre, dance. It's the law.
The young man immediately bounces up and down, then assumes the same dance pattern, embellishing it with some sort of waving motion.
Kimmy, Kim, now you better dance. Get in here.
What's going on here? Delinquents.
Stop being such a square, Kimmy. The lieutenant looks at you and the speed freaks grinding around the church, a group of unhinged lunatics.
This is clearly a Code 31 emergency.
Code 31!
The lieutenant squeezes the bridge of his nose. The lights reflect off his glasses. He's obviously having trouble adjusting to this new reality.
A Code 31 emergency? Really?
Yes, officer in need of assistance on the dance floor.
The lieutenant crosses his arms with a bemused look.
Please, Kim, please.
What's happening?
The lieutenant is forced to yell over the futuristic music blasting from the speakers. I'm undercover. I'm not doing anything. The music made its mind up a long time ago. I'm just implementing. Help, Kim. I think I'm turning into some kind of hyperstar. Come and help me, Kim.
Good for you. Rock on then.
Hey. I called you to dance.
What?
Please. I've not got the drugs. I've not got any drugs in my hands to buff this. Please, game. Please, Kimmy, please. I did say there was an emergency on the dance floor, did I not? The emergency. Not enough, Kim.
Oh, come on, hurry.
Did that just cheer him up a bit?
Oh,
Could be. It feels like the lieutenant cracked on too smoothly.
Come on, I will reload it, but I don't want to have to.
Who's the one?
Yes! Lieutenant, I'm only going to pull rank on you this one time, and that is now.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you I am not. Now get your groove on, Lieutenant. It's all a joke to you, isn't it? Chain of command, joke. Future of dance, joke. Well, no more. Cut a rug, Lieutenant. Get your groove on, Kimmy.
Get my what on?
The lieutenant leans closer, unable to make out your words over the pumping beats. I said get your goddamn groove on, boogie woogie.
Sheesh, okay.
He backs up with his hands raised in the air, observing the crisscross of your feet.
Okay, you psychopath. I see what you're doing there. It's jacked up footwork, plus is that Ubi for dancing?
He adjusts his glasses, then pops his collar as high as it'll go.
No, it's not Ubi folk. It's hardcore.
Hardcore!
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, you talk big, Lieutenant. Let's see some
Oh
moves.
yeah? I did 15 years in the juvenile crime unit. I can do age inappropriate. Now, check this shit out.
The lieutenant begins to hit the church floor with such intensity, it's reasonable to fear he'll kick a hole right through it, causing the floor to crack and the pillars to collapse, bringing the church roof down on all of you. It doesn't look like he'd give a shit either.
Oh, this is glorious. Oh, Kimmy, you just made my day, mate. Is there anything more I do? I want to break the limit.
The dynamic motion of your flailing body is bordering on the extreme. You're going off the charts. You feel as if turning on the hyperdrive will be a point of no return. Feels almost memorable. Are you sure you have the entire posse along for this?
Together, where are you?
Here we go again. Hardcore fills the air. The sound above my head.
The what now? The sound above your what?
Above my hair, man.
Okay, this is too imbecile. Excuse me.
No, not a 50-50. I see I've had some booze in my hand. I could boost this. I've not got a skill point. Come on, game. All the 90% plus checks I've missed. We need to turn on the hyperdrive. Please.
On the coast of the Martinez Inlet, in a small weather-beaten stave church built 380 years ago by settlers from the Occident, most likely to guard against an anomaly at its center. An officer of the RCM is contorting his body into idiotically rigid shapes as he invents the future of dance music. It's the hardest anyone has ever danced.
What's happening to me? What is this strange feeling that comes?
I am la Revacholière. I am the city.
What do you mean?
I am a fragment of the world spirit, the genius Loki of Revachol.
Dolores?
My heart is the wind corridor. The bottom of my air is red. I have 100,000 luminous arms. Come morning, I carry industrial dust and let it settle on tree leaves. I shake the dust from those leaves and onto your coat. I've seen you. I've seen you. I've seen you with her. And I've seen you without her. I've seen you on the crescent of the hill.
Is this Dolores Day? How are you talking to me?
The modulations of my voice are noted down with thermometers and barometers. You feel me in your nostrils, on the little hairs on the back of your neck. I also reside in your lungs and vestigial organs. Everywhere there is space.
Or is it the Pale we're talking to? Right? But who am I? Why are you talking to me?
You are an officer of the citizens' militia, Jean Rebut. When you wear your coat, you wear my soul.
Dolores Day, it must be.
You move through my streets freely, in motor carriages and on foot. You have access to the hidden places. You also circulate among those who are hidden. I need you. You can keep me on this earth. Be vigilant. I love you.
An officer of the RCM is lying on the floor of a small church with his eyes rolled back and his tongue lolling out. Several others are standing around him. He slowly comes to.
Had a good rest there?
I spoke to the city of Revachol.
Fuck yeah! I bet you did. Those were some advanced moves, man.
That's all great, but we should really get going. We spent enough time doing aerobic exercise for today.
I'll never forget those dance moves you threw down there, Kimmy.
You might be imagining it, but it feels like Egghead turned the volume down. Such is his respect.
Man! Now, man!
The would-be leader
Now-
stutters with excitement.
Now imagine if we could do that, right? But with like 1,000 people.
Yeah, man.
End of human development. Mission complete.
Right ecstatic. Right ecstatic.
All right.
You're absolutely beat. Muscles relaxed and feet like noodles underneath.
That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Right.
Oh, the god of dance is back. Goodbye, officer.
Right, so how do we progress? Okay, he's in the wrong place, but how do we progress Egghead's quest? Maybe let's talk to Estelle first. Wow, that was amazing, guys.
She's whistling a melody. Her trusty contact mic attached to.
Hey there. I've been
Sorry.
recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree.
Man, that was so good, that dance sequence.
But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead
What for, Estelle?
for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How are they all doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much, and the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Can you tell me more about them?
Okay.
What about Sona?
Ah, she's a bit odd, I
Yeah.
have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time.
Yeah, I concur.
But earlier today, she told me about Welkins, and she seemed oddly happy, like she had
Right.
some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Have you spoke to the crabman?
Oh, the crabman. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the crabman. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do up there? Do you know?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower? Who do you want to know about?
Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organiser.
Like, what's he organised?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work.
Me too.
Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high.
Man, I really wish I would have done this in the main playthrough, but I'm experiencing it now, right?
I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
On life?
Yes. Anyway.
Is he boyfriend?
Yes.
A quick response. She's very sure of it. He's someone she feels she can trust and even control, if need be.
Who do you want to know about?
Noid.
He's a Forburger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forburg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Palaceum. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
Yeah.
He's a carpenter, trained
Oh,
in...
right.
He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
Well, he is violently hardcore. I've internalised it. I understand why he doesn't stoop to servitude. Do you? God, that's a bit strong.
Wow, you really have talked to him. Indeed, Noid serves no master but the beat.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
She gives you a switchblade smile.
A strange feeling. Every now and then, something feels off about the way she speaks. She doesn't change tone, but you feel as though there's more about her than she lets on.
What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forburg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock, or as much as possible.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Let's say I haven't.
Okay, then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it there alive.
Yeah, I hope you do. Who do you want to know about?
Egghead.
What do you mean?
Where's he from?
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really.
Fair enough.
One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forburg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines... There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine.
Okay.
People are sweet.
She says quietly.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two. You wish you'd been there.
What does he think he's doing when he's yelling all this stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
What exactly do you mean?
And Nordic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
Really? Now you'd have to tell me rocks backwards. I am the future man.
Okay. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right?
Mm-hmm.
To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
Energy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you...
Yeah, postural imitation.
Anyway.
He looks around, a little embarrassed of the enthusiasm of his interjection. We certainly saw that in practice, didn't we?
Yes, I suppose we did.
Tore that shit up.
Tore it to pieces.
Tell me more about Egg.
What do you want to know? Who do you want to know about?
What about you, Asal?
Me?
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm a silver bird.
Hang on. That phrase. You're suddenly reminded of something.
What does that mean?
It means I don't answer questions about myself.
There's more to you than you're letting on.
All right,
She picks up the tape recorder and looks you in the eye.
there is.
I'm a police officer, you have to answer.
Is there a law that would stop me from lying, though?
That would depend on the circumstances.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Alright.
Sure.
Have you seen Ruby?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Teenagers skulking around. Gang members looking for a hole in the Union's defenses. Maybe Ruby too. But she wouldn't be able to tell from here.
That's good. No neighbours to complain about noise when you get the club going. Considering what we're trying to do here, this doesn't look like a good sign.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Okay, reaction speed. So we can buff this with drugs. I can't remember if we got... I don't think we've got any clothes that buff reaction speed. I really don't think we have. Ah, shoes. There's one. No, I don't think there's anything else. Nope. Okay, we're gonna need to take something. Revachol. Sweet. Yeah, let's take some speed. Oh, this will be a repeat.
Now that you've acquired some stimulants, it's time for a little pick-me-up. Time to detect.
Let's do it.
You raise the peptide bottle, press one nostril closed, and inhale furiously with the other. The rush is almost immediate. It tastes bitter and caustic, and stings a bit inside your nose.
Oh, we can do that with the cigarettes. Mamma mia.
Now the taste is slowly receding into your throat. The rush is growing in intensity, your little heart pounding like a bird in a cage. A sweat breaks out across your brow. Your jaw clenches. You could work with this high. Like, literally work. Solve the case. File some papers. Maybe clean up your hostel room. Then solve another case. Then start a side investigation into the paranatural. Then build a radio computer. Whoa, this shit is strong. This shit is disco. Time for a little truth. Tell the lieutenant you did some. Clear the
air. No. Let's boogie.
Spring. Everything is clear around you. You're ready to concentrate on the next task in the task chain.
Right. So that should that's boosted it up to a reasonable amount. We're getting a +1 boost from the shoes. Hit a save.
Hardcore.
Oh, is that only 58? Where do I want to put this point? wanted to put it into physical instrument, I think, but... Or interfacing. Let's just buff it. For now, we're going to pick up a lot of experience with the Wumpty Dumpty thought. Right, let's save again. I'm only doing manual saves so that I can go back to wherever I want in the game in the future.
Hard cop.
Hit me.
O pasaro de agint. It flutters by your ear.
I don't know if we did this in the original playthrough when we were on the ice.
It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
Because I think I passed a check the first time I met a cell this time round, so I didn't have that whole breakdown where I started crying. So we've not kind of had that bonding moment. Au passare de argent.
Excuse me?
She casually brushes her hand through her hair.
She's attempting to remain calm.
Oh.
But the phrase made her flinch.
I remember now. It's a Zemliaki term for someone who won't break under questioning. An organised crime term.
What do you mean?
The silver bird.
All right. My father was a Zemliaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did.
Fair enough.
He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
Well, we don't get to choose our parents, do we? What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone.
She's gritting her teeth.
So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
You sure about that? What about this drug lab plan?
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the débardeurs, else they might get unhappy.
So you cleared this with the Hardys and Everard?
Not in person, but I let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really. It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning Dadwise into a corrupt business person.
Okay.
Unpleasant.
I'm glad.
Hear that? Set justice on its feet. Confront Everard. With a fluid gesture, you seize her wrist, a hand just centimeters from your nose.
What? We should confront Everard about this. Maybe we can manipulate him using the information. Yeah, sure.
No, I don't think it would lead anywhere with Everard. He's just going to deny it.
Yeah. Have you seen Everard?
That's it for now. Alright. Right, so I don't know how we progress. Egghead's music quest.
A better deal! Yeah! Medium car!
Right, maybe we need to progress Sona's quest first then. This may take a while. Alright. Sona?
Yes, what is it?
How's the project going? I see your neighbours have moved in, but all I hear is the music.
What?
I said
What did you say?
How's it going?
I can't hear you! The music is too loud!
How's it going?
Oh, the project! It's not going well!
Her face lights up for a second before she gives you an exaggerated handshake. Have they given her speed? Why?
There's that guy! I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me! He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekokata! A place to be, apparently!
Alright, I'll talk to him.
Thanks! Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes!
She does jazz hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes!
Alright. Stop yelling.
And that's a deal! Yeah! Medium car!
Can you please route Sona's signal through your speakers?
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
3.5, it's on the ground.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
I hope so.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
Sweet. He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people.
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg the music for a minute.
Everybody, don't panic. I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec for a special scheduled event. The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. All right, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes, and then I'll turn off the music.
Sweet. Alright, Sona.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah. He's plugged it in.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Shouts Egghead. A great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style!
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
Why do you need him to turn it down?
Because I'm afraid that something might happen. It's an unknown phenomenon. We can always turn it back up if there's a need.
Can't turn down the hardcore!
Yeah, the volume button might be broken.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Says Andre.
Ready.
Yells Noid.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun holster. Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
Hold on.
What?
Maybe we shouldn't do this. It's too dangerous on maximum volume 2. Never mind, let's do it. I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside, no waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers.
Oh
not
no.
in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It will devour everything.
Is the building going to collapse?
The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboards fills the air, joining the chorus.
Getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation.
What's that weird rattling sound?
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
Oh, bloody hell. She looks up, a screech fills the air, a scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
A great pulse arises in your flesh.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Oh, I want to dance with somebody. Start tapping your foot. Yeah, we should stop soon and mute it. Everybody, don't panic. It's beautiful. Yeah, don't panic.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you? Yes, I've turned it off.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up! The signal's passed! It's not in here! It's...
This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
I think we should just commit to this. Egghead, don't stop it.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
He says calmly.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
She composes herself, wipes the dust off her sweater, and rests her hand on the keyboard.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What was that? I've never heard anything like it.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly,
Right.
presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically,
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
You gonna write to Sulislav?
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
What happens now? Are you going to leave?
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
True.
Yes. And we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez, instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you, you know. The person you were knows.
Form a theory on the 2mm hole in the world. Right, let's just talk to the others quickly.
A better deal! Yeah! Medium car!
That was a crazy sound we heard before, Egghead.
Yeah! It was awesome! And scary! Very hardcore!
His voice booms through the chamber, then gets silent.
Too hardcore, in fact! I couldn't control it! At all!
What happened?
It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left! Starts compressing itself and everything around it! Completely fills up the headspace! Extreme!
What if this is the answer to Van Eyck's jam? We could use the sound for the bass.
Oh! Oh! But how?
His puzzled face turns into a wicked grin.
What about the compressor? The one with the spiky hair was setting up to achieve some sort of parallel processing.
Okay, guess that's where my point's going. Alright. Oh, I put it in reaction speed. We've got one buff for interfacing, and we can buff we've got the buff to Motorix at the minute, right? Is it still active? Andre.
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
Noid, any thoughts?
Yo, man, what's on your mind? Dead body, spirit entered. What is there to talk of?
The glasswork.
Mass murderer. Why?
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
You're a carpenter?
I don't say much anything as a carpenter anymore. They tried to make me into a reckoner and a leveller. Made me a bit manic, you know. I regret the time I dedicated to that profession and that worker collective. I say things more as a member of the hardcore side dance community these days.
You're not going to ask me how I knew?
Why? You're a cop. I carry carpentry tools.
Alright,
sure.
Noid. A cell?
Hard cop.
Okay, what should we do first? Should we do the interfacing or do the logic? Let's do the logic first. Oh, no. Let's do the interfacing because we've still got the Motorix boost. So we need the gloves. The only other boost for interfacing was the other gloves, so we can't use two at the same time. Pretty sure there's no other motor interfacing boost. No, there's nothing. Do any of these take off interfacing? Alright, we're going to save scum through this, as I'm doing everything in the bonus.
A better deal! Yeah! Medium car!
28%. Come on now. Nope.
Side chain.
Sweet. Third try. Sidechain, what does that even mean?
Listen, you can use the compressor to select between which track it's compressing. Either the auxiliary signal or the main input from the tape. Make it alternate between the signals.
Okay.
The compressor controls the gain based on the level of the signal on the aux sidechain input. It will allow maintaining a loud sound without peaks that fill up all the headspace.
Alright, Egg. You need to start sidechaining it.
Sidechaining it, you said?
He turns down the music, his hands moving deftly across the mixer, setting up the necessary controls.
Then he puts on his headphones and his eyes go wide. Wider than they've ever gone on drugs. He starts jumping up and down with
gonna be good.
In total silence, still listening to his headphones.
Hey, what did you do to Egghead, Cop Man? Did you break him?
I'm not sure.
Are you ready, pussy?
Noid straightens his back, ready for the beat.
I was born ready, Egg.
Thumbs up. Awesome.
The audio assault is glorious. The speed freak dances on the stage, intensely waving his hand in the air.
This is beauty! This is life!
Certainly is, Egghead.
What in the world is going on? The way melody and bass flow together. It's unnatural.
This one is for the Anodic generation.
Introducing the ultimate sound!
We've taken the sound, made it our own.
God damn it. This dance club idea might just work out.
You hear Andre say to himself over the thumping beat.
DeLorean Church! The place to be! Pump it! Pump it!
This is it. This is a new era. The fabric of the world has been irrevocably altered.
I've always pronounced that irrevocably, but...
Who will be the innocence of hardcore Anodic dance music?
Good work, Egg. Alright. Alright, we need our logic gear on now for Sona's check. Logic... I always think that we've got some logic glasses, but I'm probably wrong. So I always think that they're logic glasses, but it's visual calculus. Yeah. Oh no, that's a hat. What was the other? The logic shirt we've got on. So logic's on +3. We need to smoke as well. Oh, we've got a logic jacket. Nice. Okay.
Yes, what is it?
Alright. I'll leave the skill point alone for now. Let's smoke. This glitches out sometimes. Right, let's save up.
Yes, what is it?
Let's do it.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
Wait, how?
These thoughts formed in you somewhere, in a long-forgotten discussion, behind a kitchen table, in the evening light, drinking coffee and smoking, with a friend.
Sona, it's the origin point of the pail.
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts. It's a baby pail.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
She looks up and there's fear in her eyes as she considers the possibility. No, we are 20 meters away from the very edge. The Pale is only in effect a transition between the world and that. No, we're 20 meters away.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you. You have her full, undivided attention.
So that would explain why Tiago is... He's sharing someone's memories and he thinks that that's the All-Mother or whatever it was called.
The lieutenant's, too. He takes his glasses off.
The Pale's only in effect a transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing.
It's less than nothing. the final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this never was.
Then the pale is...
Simply a gradient.
But the gradient, it clearly hasn't started yet. We're here, and the pale is not.
One day, when it grows bigger, it will be.
I understand. A theory of the pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold. Erupting in points inside the world.
Wow. And this is one of those places.
According to this, how long?
Until it starts swallowing. It's already started, starting with sound.
And information. Causing data losses in the East Insulindian front. Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting
Wow.
fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
knows how to think this.
It didn't form in a church, the church formed around it. All the failed businesses in the DCA, all the failure in Martinez. I think I've had this thought before, that's how I know. Yeah, they formed the church around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind, built by the first settlers.
Yeah, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten.
I have considered the same. The bad news is, there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of Revachol settlement. Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but...
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
The DCA might be something to do with it.
You think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even say software development?
Perhaps.
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
Yeah, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, kind of anthroponetic history.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities. But no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
I should let people still working there know about this. They might be affected. I think it's better that they don't know. Maybe I should let them know.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker? There was almost no one left when we packed up.
Yeah, maybe I should tell both of them.
Then go tell them.
She smiles, suddenly encouraging. I think I've had this thought before, that's how I know.
An amateur anthroponetic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthroponetic scientists.
One day all the world will be like that 2mm hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
I'm going to leave that out. But the rest, some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but...
You sound a bit mad already, to be fair, Sona.
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
One more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
The club's the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together.
I wouldn't go so far as to...
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out!
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have unanthroponetic detection to perform in this district.
I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there, but I had completely forgotten about it ever since. It must be anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the pale light on the doorstep.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
Intraplanetic crosstalk?
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through Pale, all kinds of irregularities take place. You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago. Pale is a shroud of memories, and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. You could hear anything.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for explaining.
Anytime.
Alright, cheers, Sona. Mind-blowing. Cleaning out the rooms. This doesn't do anything at the minute. Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately looking for something. Tidying up, rearranging, storing away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in boxes. The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. A spot of light on the bedroom door after the dark. The fluttering of eyelids in the spring sun. A thought that arises only to disappear again. And yet, there's a pattern emerging. Okay, I would like this. What do I get rid of though? That's got good boosts. That's got good boosts. We've not found this one yet. That's got a good boost to the cigarettes. Perception. Pain threshold. Learning caps for psyche. Can't get rid of that. Endurance. How is the endurance cap already that high though? Yeah, we can't get rid of that. Man, I like all of my thoughts at the minute. I might get rid of Kingdom of Conscience because the volition and logic I've put no points into. So that would bring the logic cap back down to 4, or it'll be 2 once the cigarette wears off. But we've not put any points in it anyway. I think every other thought I like having. I got rid of Homosexual Underground because we weren't getting any bonuses from it. Besides the conversation with Kimmy, and we've had that now. Moralist dialogue options here. We've got so much money we can heal it ourselves. And everything else. I mean, this one's pretty useless, but the posters might do something for us at some point. But yeah, let's get rid of Kingdom of Conscience. Yep. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's not really done any damage. Okay, so I don't know if this quest goes any further, guys. But let's just get away from the music for a second. I wonder if we can see the lights in the church from the outside. Wow, that was amazing. So much happened there, dude. Okay, talk to placements and the dice maker. So becoming a man of plenty is really what we need, is the kind of last thing that I should do, really. Everything else I don't think we need to do extras. That was the biggest thing, and I don't even know if it's finished yet. I mean, we've got to talk to placements and the dice maker, but we need to go to bed first. So I'm going to leave that episode there. I'll do one more bonus episode, I think, to tie up that last ultra-liberal quest with the statue and Idiot Doom Spiral and talk to placements and the dice maker. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Leave me a like if you did. Fascinating learning about the Pale and the origin of the Pale, the voice we heard that was maybe Dolores Day. That might have been a connection with the Pale, the dancing, seeing Kimmy grooving, finishing the song. I really enjoyed that quest, I have to say. Alongside talking with Noid in the last episode, who said some really intelligent things as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a like if you did. Just remember, everybody, never trust and uncrate. See you back in Revachol.